Welcome back to Snodland Town TV. I'm delighted to be joined by Luke. Can you just give us your thoughts on what you saw tonight?
Well, I can certainly give you Dan's scorers' thoughts, their manager's thoughts, and their entire bench. They just said we've played them off the park. I've known Dan a while. He doesn't have to give us those plaudits or credit, but he said, like, what an unbelievable team we've got. The football was next level, he said at times, and you know, you don't need me to confirm it. It was so good.
It follows on from a theme that I spoke about a little on Saturday, where we've said that we have been so good at times this season, but we've struggled to put a performance together throughout the 90 minutes. Would you agree that perhaps we were just at it tonight?
Yeah, I don't think 90. I think it was more like 65, 70. Look, we haven't managed the game. For me, we haven't managed the game. Like we said, when we're getting bombarded near the end, we've just got to be a little bit clever. I think it's just moments. It's like what we spoke about at half time. It's what we spoke about before the game. It's what we spoke about as a group after the game. It's just that those moments in time, we just manage it a smidgen better. I think you start getting results. But yeah, we left a couple of points on the table tonight.
I guess when you're 2-1 up in the 88th minute and you can see that, you feel inevitably like it's 2 points dropped. When you set out your team this afternoon, would you have said we're happy to get for a point tonight, or were you going for the 3 points?
No, that's not how we work it here. We're not looking for second best or a point in games. I think if you've watched that game and performances gone by, the way we set up is to go and win games of football. Maybe Larkfield, when we was a little bit light on the ground with players, with a lot of people out, arguably we would have been happy with a point in that one. But the rest of these games, tonight, Phoenix on Saturday, Horsham the week after, and whoever else we got in between, we're only going out to win games, play positive football. And in general, the levels are high. I think anyone that watched that got a bit of value for money tonight. But yeah, we've got to start seeing out games of football.
In the league twice. You sent them out, what seemed to be a little early, second half, or was it just that you kind of?
We did it again on Saturday. Yeah, we did it again on Saturday. Gone, and we did it today. It's a conscious decision. We get our points across in the changing room, and then instead of maybe sitting in there and letting the blood settle and maybe switching off arguably or the levels to drop, we get them out a little bit earlier now. Get the points across. I mean, if you can't get your point across in 10 minutes, bearing in mind how well you're doing, there's not a lot more to add to the group other than say that game should have been dead and buried. And they had 10 minutes of, we've missed a fair few chances. That game should have been put to bed in the first half. And the second half, we've let them back in the game there. Just on a couple of lapses of concentration, I would say.
How many conversations would you have had with your team at half time that would have been very similar to that this season?
A lot. Because you probably see the trend. There's a trend, isn't there? There's a trend where we are excellent, and then for whatever reason, we tend to drop off. It's a bitter pill to swallow tonight, I would say. In the grand scheme of things, we're well ahead, and yet we still haven't seen the job through.
One last minute change. Alex Arafat, the dropout.
Yeah.
Liam steps in.
Yeah.
Anything to worry about?
With Arif, no. We had an inclination that it was probably a little bit too soon for him, but when we spoke to him in the warm-up, he was okay. And then towards the end of the warm-up, he just pulled up a little bit. And, it's a long season and there's no point in risking Alex at that point. And look, do I think we probably missed him, like, personally? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't think that's where we probably lost or where we drew the game. I think it's probably a little bit higher up the pitch where we haven't maybe taken the chances, and certainly defensively, the first goal, we've probably not got close enough to the cross to stop that. And the second goal, we haven't reacted in time. So, yeah, it's quite tough.
Are we looking forward to again, more people coming back? Is it going to be?
Yeah, that's the exciting times. So yeah, we've got a few more lads coming back. I believe at this stage Charlie is available. There could also be 2 more signings that Fred's working on. So hopefully there'll be something that will develop over the next couple of days. There's lots and lots of positives. So if I want to finish on something, there's a lot of positives. And anybody, like I said, anybody who's at the game tonight got value for money. There was a lot of opportunities. I think we've hit the crossbar and post. The football at times was, sublime, I thought. But ultimately got to finish the game off. Fred's got a super positive outlook on it, as have I, as of the rest of the management's crew. The players in there, are quite buoyant, but I think every now and again it does pay dividends just to say, look, boys, there's levels, and maybe we could start finishing these off and putting these teams to bed when we get the opportunities. So there's lots to learn from, but in general, the group and the mood is high, very high. So
Looking forward to the next one.
See you there.
Always. Thank you.
Cheers, Glenn.
Cheers.